One of the best black mats to support the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis is around the San Pedro River in Arizona. So I went down there to check it out, but it was purposely buried under rocks so that it couldn't be seen or studied. So I had to look for the black mat elsewhere. In neighboring ravines, I found it hiding underneath a thin layer of sand. Once I revealed these outcrops, a chaotic story came into view. A story of strong currents and huge amounts of deposition. So let me explain. You see these layers of rocks? These are called graded beds, and they indicate currents during deposition. Since it takes a decent current to introduce the rocks, then as the current slows, fine-grained sediments settle on top, and the process repeats. Therefore, we can see the pulsation of currents during the time of this rapid deposition. The black mat is thick here and becomes stratified out downstream. This doesn't happen with calm deposition. Now, finding ash and crossbedding is a real treat for catastrophe proponents, because it shows how this gravel was deposited as it flowed over uneven surfaces. And it shows how the current undulated. These are both features of river deposition. Wavy layers of ash also show river deposition. Here's a fragment of charcoal I found. Thick layers of alternating gravel and sand indicate flood turbidites, like what is found around the Columbia River from the Ice Age floods. And some have proposed a link between these two events, as they occurred in the same time period. The ash is found sequenced across multiple vertical feet of strata. Within the same ravine, this distance can be traced to be as much as 20 vertical feet. Ash layers are found incredibly inconsistent here. So what makes the Murray Springs in the covered-up Leonard Mammoth Kill Site so special is that it's an incredibly thick layer of ash, and very fossil-rich in mammoth, bison, tapir, and horse bones, as well as a few human artifacts. This means that the currents gathered the ash and bones together and deposited them there in the masses. And this is not a kill site. That is why there are graded beds here. And all the other features I talked about in the area. But none of this is unique to Arizona. The same features of flood deposition are found to be very impressive in South Dakota, Mexico, Chile, Alaska, and Norway. But the impact proxies must not be ignored. But they are dismissed because they are sequenced throughout multiple vertical feet of strata. But this is a feature of flood deposition, which is intertwined with this catastrophic event.